Dear aspirants, in this video, we shall consider the basic reasons behind frequent transgressions across the Indo-China border, as also we will look at the ongoing standoff between Indian and Chinese troops in Ladakh. Now, Tibet happens to be at the core of conflict between India and China. Reason being that China wants to hold on to Tibet at every cost. The reason for that is that Tibet happens to be the largest storehouse of minerals and water resource. In fact, Tibet is called the water tower of Asia. The glaciers and the snow-fed highlands of Tibet feed various rivers like Brahmaputra, Indus, Mekong, Yangtze, Salween, Yellow. So there are many rivers which are being fed and which also feed the northern areas of China, which does not have enough water. Also, the largest copper deposits in China are found in Tibet, besides various other minerals which are being mined by China and is adding to the economy of China. So therefore, China does not want to lose it. The second reason is that China also wants that there is a buffer between its mainland and other countries like India, Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar. So the rugged terrain of Tibet provides China with intrinsic security. Besides, to the north of Tibet is the Xinjiang province, which has a majority of Muslims, and they've been asking for self-determination for a long time. So therefore, peace in Tibet or security of Tibet is of great importance to China. Lastly, Tibet offers a land link between China and South and Central Asia, which is so very important for China to propagate its road and belt initiative. Now, it is for various reasons that I've listed that China in the year 1950 forcefully occupied Tibet. However, the local population, the Buddhists, did not take the occupation too well and continued to agitate. And finally, the agitation became violent. And in the year 1959, the Dalai Lama had to leave Tibet and took asylum in India. So ever since 1959, Dalai Lama has been living in exile in India. Now, this was again one of the reasons that led to the 1962 conflict between India and China. Now, at that point, Indian troops were not so well prepared, not so well equipped, and because they had to fight with whatever that they had in those rugged mountainous terrain, they suffered very heavy casualties, and at a lot of places, Chinese made ingress into Indian territory. Now, all those areas where Chinese had come and occupied, at certain places they went back, like in Arunachal Pradesh. However, in areas like the Skychin, they continued to hold the ground, and those became disputed areas. Now, later in the year 1993 and later, during the border meetings, it was decided that wherever that the troops were sitting, their position, those would be taken as the line of actual control and no ingress will be made by either side. However, over a period of time, both sides have been trying to make their defensive posture strong or occupy certain strategic points which will make their positions more tenable. For that reason, very frequently we have these standoffs because the border is not very clearly delineated in all these areas. So that is why China claims that this is my area where India has moved in, and India claims the same way that China has made an ingress. So all along the border, if you see, there are primarily three such points which have frequently had these standoffs. We will look at all these three one at a time. First one is the area of Arunachal Pradesh. The second happens to be the area of the Siliguri corridor, or the Chicken's Neck as it is called, near Sikkim. And the third one, of course, is the Ladakh area of Skychin. In all these three areas, there are certain reasons why the standoff happens. So we look at each one at a time. Now, The area of Arunachal Pradesh and Tawang is very, very important with respect to the Buddhists because the highest seat of Buddhism or the monastery which is there in Tawang is a seat which is highly respected, and it is also believed that the next Dalai Lama is likely to be anointed from Tawang. So anybody who holds Tawang is going to hold Tibet. So for that reason, China has always been wanting to occupy or take over that region and have been saying that Arunachal Pradesh is part of China or it is part of South Tibet and it is not part of India. Reason being that they do not accept the McMahon line, which was drawn between Tibet and the British Raj in 1914, and they feel that since this line was not drawn between India and China, therefore they do not find this line to be a relevant border, and hence they feel that Arunachal Pradesh must be part of Tibet and not part of India. So this is the reason why you will find frequent standoffs that happen in that area. The second being the area of the Siliguri corridor. Now this is a very short stretch of land. Whichever country or if China dominates that, naturally it will restrict the access of rest of Northeast through this narrow stretch of land which connects the rest of India with the northeastern region. So it was in this area where Doklam incident happened in June 2017. Now Doklam is an area which is part of Bhutan, and it falls in the tri-junction where to the west is Sikkim, to the east is Bhutan, and it is part of Bhutan actually, and to the south is India and north is China. So China was trying to construct a road in that area which would have threatened the Siliguri corridor, and that is why India objected to that. And of course, with the help of Bhutan, the construction of that road was stopped after a nearly 3 months long confrontation between Indian and Chinese troops. The third region where frequent standoffs happen is northeastern Ladakh, where China has occupied Askaichen, which is India claims to be its own territory and is shown in Indian map. However, China after the 1962 war did not vacate that area. Now the significance of Askaichen is that Askaichen is actually the gateway to Central Asia, and that is why China wants to dominate that. This is an area which is absolutely rugged and barren and naturally provides inherent security to China against any aggression by India. But on the contrary, it offers China an area from where it can directly strike India's heartland, and India's capital is within the range of its medium missiles. Lastly, there is a road which connects Xinjiang province with Tibet through Askaichen, which is called the National Highway 219, Golf 219. So this is a highway which feeds Tibet, and therefore China is very sensitive to any move towards Askaichen or any wish of India to take Askaichen back, and that is why it wants to reinforce it. And the present standoff is in this context only, that India was building a road up to a place called Daulat Beg Oldi, which is the highest airfield in that area, which India is trying to build a road connectivity to that place. This location dominates the Karakoram Pass, and therefore it is essential for India to reinforce it and have an airfield over there. But naturally, China objected to it, and they're saying that India has ingressed into Chinese territory and is trying to build up defense facilities over there. So the present conflict is going on in the Galwan Valley. I have written a detailed blog about the present standoff. So I will be posting a link below this video, so you could have a look at that blog, as also it gives out what are the proactive steps that India must take to dissuade China from any aggressive stance that it takes against India in future as well. So you could have a look at that blog. Hope you'll find it useful. Thank you very much.